Hello, welcome back once again. So, in our previous session, we have discussed some general aspects which are required to build a entrepreneurial ecosystem and which helps to flourish entrepreneurship in a particular region. So in this session we will specifically discuss about the rural entrepreneurship ecosystem, like what are the things there are available in rural areas which work as an entrepreneurship ambience. So let's start. Like in rural areas, rural people are very much aware about natural and indigenous products. Aware in the sense they know the importance of those products which are very much organic, which comes out of nature. Because rural areas are bestowed with natural resources, rural people are very close with nature, so that makes them naturally aware of indigenous products. But yes, there are lack of strong institutions in rural areas, institutions related to credit system, institutions related to vocational training, and many other support systems which is required for entrepreneurship, to boost entrepreneurship ambience. And another culture in rural areas is that of heart market. Heart market is a kind of weekly market. Generally such market serves the rural people once or twice in a week. That varies village to village. And the vendors in this heart market usually go to some other areas, especially in urban areas, or they work as hawkers and they serve in those regions. But at least once in a week or twice in a week or thrice in a week, they serve their own region. Heart market is a very great opportunity for any aspiring rural entrepreneur to interact directly with the rural consumers. And heart market is also a great opportunity to understand your rural stakeholders, that what they want, what they like. You can be there, you can observe them, that what they're doing, what sort of strategy they're adopting while purchasing anything, while doing any sort of bargaining with the vendors. It's a very nice opportunity to understand your rural stakeholders, heart market. And yeah, rural people, either they are not that much aware of government schemes and policies, or they don't get proper professional helps which can enable them to take the opportunity of those government schemes and policies. So these are some basic entrepreneurial ecosystem in rural areas. Yes, rural areas have many challenges that form as a hindrance to entrepreneurial journey. Like, yeah, it lacks skill that is according to the market requirement, because due to the lack of training institutions, and yes, improper infrastructure. Migration is a great issue, because they all want to improve their standard of living. That's why they migrate from rural areas to urban areas in search of a better livelihood, better living standard. So that decreases the manpower in rural areas at times, not always. And yeah, again, credit system, institutions of credit system are not that strong. And yeah, there are lack of warehouses and storage facilities in rural areas, and that's why those rural people face lots of problems if they try to embark any entrepreneurial intervention in perishable items. So these are some problems which a rural entrepreneur faces, especially if that entrepreneur is specifically from rural areas itself. And because people like you, if are well educated, are well aware, you all have good networks. So if people like you will go in rural areas to start any entrepreneurial journey, to be a rural entrepreneur, then you people might not face these problems, because even if you people will face, then you people are very much aware of the solutions. You know where to go, how to go. But those who are from rural areas, they face many such problems, and I hope you all have got from the caselet the lac production. And again, there are many other challenges in rural areas, like in context of 4A's. Adaptability, because adaptability is about accepting a particular offering, because rural people don't trust anyone that easily, and they are also they don't like to take risk, because they are economically vulnerable. So they don't accept any program, any offering in one go. It takes lots of efforts to convince them, because they have to think of lots of things before deciding to purchase anything. Yeah, affordability is also an issue, because rural areas are mostly filled with marginalized section of society, and you have to design your offering in such a manner that they can afford those products. Like Mr. M.R. Prajapati, the founder of Mitti Cool, he designed his offering in such a manner, that his offering is very much affordable to rural people. And yes, accessibility is an issue. Accessibility is related to the connectivity aspect, like due to the lack of infrastructure facilities. Like suppose, yes, rural areas are bestowed with many resources, but still sometimes you might not find certain resources and raw materials from your region where you are embarking the entrepreneurial journey. Then you have to get connected with other regions to fetch those raw materials, and there comes the accessibility issue. And availability is about getting the resources at real time, which also becomes very difficult for rural entrepreneurs. That is due to the accessibility issue. So these are the certain challenges which rural entrepreneurs face. And yes, these are problems, and solutions are there, and solutions are emerging. Government is coming out with many solutions. You young professionals are yourself are the solution to this, or to all these rural problems. So in these sessions we have discussed about rural entrepreneurship ecosystem. We have discussed about the challenges which rural entrepreneurs face. So in the coming session we will discuss a caselet, the kitchen gardening, and please be prepared. Please do read the caselet before coming for the next session, so that we can make our session an interactive one. Till then, take care. Goodbye.